I've not got a great camera. Oh, here we go. Long red light, but let's go. And this has got a good start, as is JD, and it's pretty much as you were for the minute. Nickel in 4th place, so yeah, they as you were at the minute.
Yeah, very clean start. Little Blocks didn't get the best getaway, but he managed to fend off Hellboy's Mercedes for now.
Yeah.
Oh, a dive by the Force India, and he's just spun himself out. Well, that was Remco with a very optimistic move down into turn 5, that would be, for the chicane. But yeah, he went late on the brakes, looking to gain in place. He might have damaged his wing, and he spun it again at the hairpin. So
CC Brain's got a great run on JD7, going into that last corner. Well, not the last corner, but I forgot what you call it then, the DRS straight. Bit of contact, bit of wheel back.
Could be a free wide situation here. Little Blocks having a little look. Needs to get past at least one of these cars. He's got to get past before the end of the race.
And CC Brain gets that move done.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, there was some late braking there by CC Brain. Yeah. So Remco, a terrible start to his race, 17 seconds off 9th place already.
Yeah, well, I don't know. That move he made just wasn't really necessary.
Oh, and there's a problem for Williams there in the background. King Nick, I believe it is. He's having some problems. He's dropped a few places, and then not King Nick, sorry, Bugatti, and then King Nick going wide as well.
Yeah, look at the gap that Louis has already, 1.6 seconds.
Yeah. So he's doing everything right. He's doing as much as he can do in a minute.
Well, right now Ferrari doing enough to win the Constructors' Championship in terms of points, with CC Brain in 2nd position.
So Remco obviously did get some damage because he's gone to the pits.
Yeah, wing change for the Force India driver and former PSGL F1 champion.
Yeah. So Nickel probably a bit too far back to have a go down here. He's going to wait for the next lap. Hopefully he keeps in the DRS zone.
Yeah, I think he just needs to be patient. He only needs to pass one of these cars to put himself in the championship position. He doesn't need to make a move where he might risk getting a penalty if he goes over the curbs or something like that.
Yeah, but nerves might play a part.
Yeah, no question.
But the top 4 now, I've created a little bit of a gap to Hellboy in 5th place, so it's kind of split up into 2 groups in a minute.
Yeah.
1 to 4, then 5 to 8, 5 to 9, sorry.
Yeah, well, Dougie and Lewis both gained 2 and 3 places from the start, respectively, from the back of the grid. So they've done pretty well.
So interesting. I've just noticed because I just looked at the tyres. Doug on the super softs. Lewis, as in Lewis Hamilton, is on the softs.
Yeah, he didn't set a time.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and Remco is obviously made his pit stop.
Well, Lewis 11004 could play a factor, because when these ultra soft runners stop, they don't want to get stuck behind him. Oh, and Little Blocks hits the back of JD, who lost control, and he's lost half his wing. The championship leader's lost half his wing, and I got the perfect view of that. But yeah, it was JD basically lost the car in front of him going into that high-speed section towards the end of sector 1, and Little Blocks had literally nowhere to go. Straight into the back of him. It was a racing incident for sure, but wow, that could swing it in Lewis's favour.
Yeah, but
he
made a move.
Yeah,
he's gone deep though.
He's gone very deep. Oh, and well, over the curbs.
Yeah,
that looked personal. That certainly looked personal. I think Little Blocks is steaming a little bit.
And Hellboy has made capitalised on that by getting past JD, and Dougie's not far behind as well.
3-second penalty for C. Double. I'm just going to call him Double C. It's much easier.
So Hellboy over the back of Lickle now. Will Lickle pit?
Well, he'll have to. He's got red damage on the left-hand side. All the end plates gone. He's going to have no downforce. I mean, this section it's okay, but when he goes to that high speed sector 1, he won't have anything. I think Hellboy will get past him before the end of the lap, possibly.
Oh, he's pushed Hellboy out wide. Couldn't do anything about it, I don't
Blocks
think.
pits. No choice.
Yeah.
That's a real shame.
It's early days though, so the important thing is just not to panic. Anything can happen throughout the race. He's gone to the super soft tyres.
Yeah,
so I'm guessing he's going to stop again.
Yeah, he's switched to a 2-stop strategy.
Yeah. So obviously it's easier to say and done, but just not to panic. And
Lewis out of the race.
Teammate at the time.
Oh, crashed.
Oh, he's way up the track.
Yeah, that's oh god, where is that? That's a really weird place to crash.
I think that's in the first sector.
It is, yeah. I think he's lost it. He's lost it at 3 or 4, and he's just ended up way out on the grass.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Meanwhile, JD has got his third place back from Hellboy.
Yeah, this looks like a nice little battle for the final podium spot.
Oh, but Hellboy's got past him again in the DRS, or will he?
JD goes off. Yeah, well, I think Hellboy had the inside. To be fair, I don't think that he took the line. I don't think there's much more space he could give. Oh, and JD in the Sauber touch, and he spun the Sauber into the wall. Oh,
God.
Oh dear.
It's all ending in tears in the last race of the season.
Yeah, well, JD has been involved in 2 incidents now. The first one wasn't his fault. Well, I mean, he lost the car, but he didn't. But that was entirely avoidable. That second one should have given the Sauber a bit more space. It's all going on here.
I have to say, I've been watching it for probably half a season, and I've seen some clean racing, but it's just still going horribly wrong in the last race of the season.
Yeah,
the pits.
Yeah, the pressure's getting to some of these drivers clearly.
So F2 demolition derby, Tony says in the chat. It is a bit like that.
Yeah.
Probably 5 laps into the race.
Yeah, I think I've brought over some of the F1 madness to F2 tonight.
So because of all that, the field is kind of spread out a little bit now. The closest gap is the top 2, I think. Game think, will you come into F2 next season? No, unfortunately, because I'll be racing F5 and it's on the same day, so no, I won't. Unfortunately. So yeah, Lewis, I don't know if you all know what's going on behind him, but he's obviously in literally pole position. He can't do any more than what he's already doing. He's pulling out a bit of a gap here as well. Every 3 seconds to double C.
Ran wide a little bit in sector 3, but he nearly lost the car, but he saved it. He doesn't need to push that hard now. I mean, I don't know if he knows about his championship rivals' problems, but
bit of a back end kicking out there. I mean, if it's just you, would you? I mean, I know some people do have the stream on in the background. Would you want to do that, or would you?
No, definitely not.
No, I wouldn't either.
No, I mean, to be honest, the game gives you all the tools you need, and you know, I tend to have, I've got the full map, I've got everything I need to see what's going on, and the stream, I don't need that. Oh, JD gets a 5-second penalty, so I think we can safely say Toro Rosso are out of the Constructors' Championship now, because realistically you'd have to win, and there'd be some non-finishes.
So, yeah, cool. Fast lap of the race, can't be P6, still not enough. Like I said, it's still early days.
Yeah, well, Little Blocks is back up to 6th now because of the problems we saw with Lewis crashing out and JD and Dougie hitting each other. And Remco, well, he had a dreadful start anyway. So yeah, the field's slightly spread out at the moment, but I think these battles will come back to each other later on.
Someone in the chat is saying that Louis is lagging, but I might notice that.
I saw him lagging slightly the previous lap, but I think it's alright now.
Yeah. So JD and Dougie find themselves close together on the track again. So hopefully they can navigate around each other better than last time. Still a couple of seconds between them. But JD's on the super softs and Dougie's on the softs. Oh, apparently, yeah, Tony's saying he's in the party with Louis and he sounds like a robot. Yeah, I can answer some questions, Game Freak. I mean, it's all kind of spread out a little bit. Who will take the Williams second seat? I think I'd like to see Paul di Resta go back into it, but my gut feeling, and this has been confirmed without me knowing already, but my gut feeling is it will go to Kubica. Don't know if you want to add anything to that.
I think Sergei Sorokin's got a shot, especially after that test where Kubica was, 4/10 off Stroll's time with better tyres. But I think it'd be unfair if Kubica was ruled out just because of that, because after all he hasn't been in a Formula 1 car. I think, given winter testing, I think he'll be back on the pace at least to be as quick as Stroll.
Yeah.
But, this is the Williams team. I mean, they left their ambition to win championships long ago. So really, let's face it, they're not going to be challenging for the top positions next season. They're really.
I've been watching over the last few days on YouTube this season from 1997, and the Williams back in those days were epic. Just wanted to see where they are now.
Yeah, the last time they were. I mean, the 2014 Williams was a brilliant machine, but aerodynamically they haven't really evolved since that season. They had the engine advantage, but it was actually aerodynamically a really good car to start that era, but everyone's moved on since then. Oh, King Mick pits, as does Hellboy.
JD gets a 3-second penalty, so yeah, not good for him. 1 second ahead of Dougie Antonio now.
So it looks like, and a wing change for King Mick.
Yeah, he's obviously had some contact somewhere.
Yeah.
That might go into 4th place, still not enough, and Nickel will have to pit again.
Well, if he can stretch out those super softs long enough to go on the ultra softs, he's got half a chance.
Yeah.
He needs to stretch this out. I think if he does a 2-stop onto the super softs again, I don't think he'll be close enough. But the ultra softs will be mighty at the end of the race if he can stretch them that far.
And King Mick has come out right in front of that battle between JD and Dougie.
Yeah, no loss between the Toro Rosso and Sauber driver after that incident earlier on. Dougie's going to have the best tyres of the 3 right now.
JD closing on King Mick going defensive, so JD had to go around the outside.
Can they hold the brakes?
Yeah.
Wow, he got it done. I thought he was going to go straight off, but fair play. Really good on the brakes there.
King Mick will have DRS back again. Can he? No.
It's not close enough.
No.
And double C pits.
Yeah, he's gone to the soft tyres.
Yep, Ferrari's both 1-stopping. I mean, Louis up front, he can just pretty much pick when to pit really, because he's not under threat from anybody behind.
No.
As long as he doesn't stay out too much longer. So it's a Williams 1-2 currently.
Yeah. Is there an undercut around Abu Dhabi, or would you say it's long enough?
The undercut can be fairly strong here. Not as strong as the US, but there is a fairly strong undercut here. But I don't think it's. Double C was fairly behind Louis, so I don't think Louis will be out enough laps for CC Brain to get back that time. unless Louis makes a mistake or his tyres blow up. But I think it's been a very assured drive from the Williams drivers so far. Bugatti already being caught for second position. Easy as you like. Fine.
Yeah, so Bugatti, the only one not to pit yet, I believe, or one person on the ultra soft not to pit.
No, Louis just pitted. It was just the two Williams drivers.
Oh yeah. The Bugatti's going to go around again. I thought.
It could be close, but I think Louis should be okay. He's coming out of the pits now, and he's only just gone over the start line. But Lil Blocks moves up to third position.
Yeah.
He's
So yeah, got that. He currently where he needs to be, but as you said, he's going to pit again. Which is, like you said, he's going to stretch out this. Yeah,
he's got to. He's got to. He's got a 3-second gap to Hellboy, so he may have some defending to do.
Yeah.
But to be fair, Double C got the gap down to 2.3 seconds, so that was a fairly hefty undercut. It took about 2.5 seconds out of him in terms of the gap.
So Bugatti pitted, and he's in come out in 7th place.
Everyone's pitted now.
Is pit.
Yeah.
That's stopping you.
Yeah, it is. I don't know.
Second stop.
It's a second stop, and it's not on the soft, surprisingly. So he's going to have to stop again.
Wow, that's interesting strategy.
Remco has half a chance of not finishing last on track with that strategy, which he'll be pleased about.
Game 3 occurs, so give Remco some air time, so here it is. I'll give him a few seconds. Let him go down the straight. He's weaving for some reason. He's actually hit the wall. So yeah, interesting to see what he's doing. Trying to warm up his tyres, I suppose. I don't know. But anyway, the Hellboy had closed in on the Nichols by the second and a half.
Yeah, well, it's going to be on all the super soft tyres now. Although interestingly, Double C took half a second out of Louis on Louis' outlap after pitting, so 2 seconds is the gap. Might not be over yet for the lead of this race.
Yeah, it's easy to brain. He's quick, so yeah, don't cut him out yet.
The Ferrari driver does have a 3-second penalty against him, so
yeah,
it's a tall order to win the race from here.
King Mick and JD still very close together on track.
Yeah.
JD on the super softs, Kim's on the softs. So interesting, there's lots of different strategies being played out, and that's another 3-second penalty for Double C. Lots of different strategies being played out in this race, interestingly.
Yes.
Game Freaker says, which tracks do you want on next season's calendar? Well, it's all the tracks that we didn't do this season, they'll be definitely on it, so I'm guessing it's the ones that we've got left over to pick from.
Yeah, all I'm going to say is from discussions having, the calendar is going to be quite different to this one.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much all we're allowed to say.
I'm not a fan of Monaco, but I can understand why we have it. JD pits, so you should be going on soft tyres. That promotes Kim Mick to 5th place. I suppose I'm just trying to think. My favourite track, that's probably my strongest track, is probably Bahrain, to be honest. So if that was on there, it'd be good for me. But I'm happy to do whatever, basically.
It's another wing change for JD.
Yeah, so maybe some contact we haven't seen. So I think there must have been.
Yeah.
I think it's fair to say that some of the tracks we're going to have on next season are not going to be pad friendly. So
Elbowing right behind Little Blocks now on the second DRS straight. Lost control a little bit coming out of the first chicane, losing a bit of time, so that's probably cost him the chance to overtake at this point.
So if you was looking right now, what would you be thinking? Do you want to keep in front of him, or would you say, rather than fighting, try and just give up track position, not to waste the tyres?
Well, yeah, it's a conundrum really. I think he's in a catch-22 situation. I think losing all that time from that incident with JD, I don't think either way is going to really help him.
No. Yeah, he needs some retirement in front of him really to help him. Though only 9 people in the race can be toward that. Another 3-second penalty. Who's that for? Dougie, I think it was.
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Mercedes very, very close now.
So he's got a massive chance down this back straight.
Yeah, much fresher as super soft tyres compared to the Red Bull driver.
Little Blocks moving slightly, not a direction change I would say, but just moving slightly. Covered his line very well there, it's great defending I think. I think the one thing I would say about the Little in the situation that he's in now, but if he doesn't win the championship,
He's left the door open. We'll go for it. Yes, he will.
oh, but he hangs it around the outside though. Oh, no, he's got the inside the next corner. Yeah, he's got that move done.
Yeah, that's done.
Yeah, but Little wanted an F1 seat for next season, and so. I mean, he's still, like I said, he's not even halfway through the race yet, but he takes some solace in that if he wasn't to win the championship.
Yeah, there's a long way to go. There's plenty of chances for people to make mistakes. I don't think the lead of the race will be relaxing just yet. Oh, and Little Blocks putting on the curbs in turn 20, but he saves it. But yeah, he's at the moment. He's 17 seconds behind the leader at the moment.
Yeah. Battle going on between King Mick and Bugatti at a minute, so that's a battle for P5.
Yep.
Both on the soft tyres. I mean, well, it's just great to see that in PSGL, but it's not happening in all the championships, but most of them, that the championship that's coming to the final round of the season have been out brilliant.
Yeah, well, I think that's what you want. I mean, maybe the drivers don't want that because you want to win. Oh, and here comes Bugatti taking King Mick down the inside. Oh, over the curb. That might compromise him for the next DRS straight. Yeah, King Mick's got a better run. He's going to have to go put it around the outside into the next chicane. He's going to be brave on the brakes.
It's not bad going around the outside, is it?
Oh,
and
Bugatti. Oh,
yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure he gave King Mick enough space.
That might be one for the stewards.
Maybe. I only had one angle of it, but
yeah.
I think Bugatti just cut the apex really and didn't give King Mick any room. He was there, but yeah, racing incident. I don't think he meant it. Oh, a 3-second penalty for Louis, but that shouldn't affect him too much in the lead because he's got 6 seconds of penalties.
Yeah.
Ferrari will win the Constructors' Championship as it stands. nowhere near enough of a point swing between any of the other teams.
Remco added to his misery, 30 seconds off not 8th place. He's got another 3-second penalty.
Yeah.
Little block jumping over those curbs kind of flew over him a little bit. Yeah, that's not a great advert for his F1 credentials, but that's a different season.
Yeah, he's definitely struggling on those super softs now, but he's just got to stretch them out just so he can use the ultra softs at the end.
So, if you were to put the ultra soft tires, that's not what he's like. If you were to put the ultra softs on the end, you're gonna stretch. If you little, I mean, if you would stretch at lap 20.
Well, they can do fresh set. Will do. Should be able to stretch them out for 10 laps.
Yeah, okay.
But
So
there'll
he's
be
not locked in anymore, that's cool then.
no. I would, if he can, try and maybe get that set to lap 19. Then he can pit on the end of 18 or 19 at least.
But I'm just looking at the gaps there in the left-hand side there. I'd say he's going to come out in 8th place for his pit stop.
Yeah, I mean, his chances of making up third are slim, but going on the fastest tyre, and you know, Hellboy will have to stop again as well. Don't forget that.
And JD, I would have thought. Well, I didn't know about JD actually. Dougie would definitely.
So Little Blocks will be chasing down. If he can pit earlier than Hellboy, for example, he could undercut him for sure. And then he'll be chasing down the likes of King Mick, Bugatti on soft tyres at the end. So it's not over yet.
No.
It's the old cliche. But I think in terms of, I think the top 2 is gone for Little Blocks for sure, unless they bin it somewhere. But because Louis and Double C, they're definitely going to the end on those softs. But Hellboy, I think he'll be pitting again. And Little Blocks is only 2.4 seconds off him, so he just needs to keep fairly close to him and then try and undercut him.
Game Freaker, just thank you for your questions, Game Freaker. Just say that would we like to use the safety car for next season, even though it still has glitches and nickel block pits. I'll get back to that in a minute, Game Freaker. Nickel block pits, so
What's he going for?
he'll have to go for ultra surely.
Well, he might. Yeah, no, super softs. They're still a very quick tyre, and he'll have plenty of performance in them to the end of the race, so I can understand him doing that. So the question is, will Hellboy respond?
So where will Lickle come out?
Behind King Mick, but hopefully for his sake ahead of Dougie.
Yeah.
Oh, Dougie, it's going to be close between those two. Yeah, he'll need to get past King Mick and Bugatti, or at least not get trapped behind them.
Yeah, so I mean that could have been worse for Lickle. Probably a good time to pit.
He's got half a chance. He really does. If he can clear those 2 soft runners ahead of him, and undercut Hellboy, then he has a chance of winning the championship, no question. Oh, look at that straight line speed he had. He's gone late on the brakes. And he's got it straight away. Wow, that is a massive move for his race right there, straight away.
That's impressive. So he's got 8 seconds, nearly enough 8 seconds on Bugatti now, so he's going to chase him down, but that can be done in 10 laps or so. But he will need someone to have an incident in front of him. Hellboy needs to pit, which he should do.
Yeah. He is. I thought he wasn't going to. He nearly hit the outside of the pit wall. He went deep, desperately trying to get into the pit lane. But yeah, he had to respond because Little Blocks is on a real charge.
And he's gone to super softs as well.
Yeah, glitched out for a second. Oh, Little Blocks rounds the final corner. Oh, this is going to be close. This is going to be really close. Oh, and I think, oh, where's Lil Blocks is ahead of Hellboy.
Oh, only just.
What's an outlap? From Lil Blocks? That was incredible. Now they've got to get past Bugatti. The championship battle is on.
That would emphasise that move down into the down the back straight on King Nick. That was important.
Yeah, that was quite possibly the best outlap he's done, and the most important this season. To get ahead of Hellboy, who had a 2.5 second gap before Lil Blocks pitted. Don't forget. A mighty lap from Lil Blocks to get ahead of Hellboy with that undercut.
Tell you what, I thought when Little had to change his wing, I thought, oh God, he was dead and buried, but no, he's in there. He's only 6 seconds behind Bugatti with plenty of time left.
Yeah.
The question is, will Hellboy give him any trouble? But Hellboy gets a 3-second time penalty.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's gonna be very Little Blocks. Oh, he's going for a dive at this corner. Oh, what's that? That is not a place you want to go for an overtake. Not from that far back. I don't think. Oh, Little Blocks. What is Hellboy doing? That is ludicrously aggressive from Hellboy there. And Little Blocks gives him a friendly shove off the track, and some would say deservedly for that.
That didn't help Little. That's cost him time.
It has cost him time. That's the problem. Even if Hellboy with a penalty, he's going to be right on the back of him. The pace looks very similar. Both very good race pace here today, by the looks of it.
Fizzo says about the penalties, but I don't know about you, but I'm not a fan of checking penalties during the race. I don't really want to know. I just want to.
Oh, and Hellboy goes for another dive down the hairpin. Well, I don't know what he's doing.
Oh, we're going to collide.
They're locked together.
So close.
Oh, what? Oh, and he's just shoved Hellboy off the track. Oh, that could go to the stewards, unfortunately. Lil Block. I'm pretty sure Lil Block's just turned towards Hellboy there, just get him off. But Hellboy's off the track. I was on the TV pod on that camera angle. Oh, I was on board with the Mercedes. So
yeah.
I mean, wow. Well, that's a moment in the race for sure.
Yeah.
Might be some words. I think I'm going to leave the chat straight after this race. I think there'll be some words about that. But to be fair, I think Hellboy's moves the previous lap and up to that point, I think they were pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, it's kind of 6 of one, half dozen of the other, isn't it?
But I think.
But I mean, I don't know. That's a tough one. I think. I don't know. Little definitely shoved them off the track, but I mean, was Hellboy being too aggressive on the previous lap?
Well, they were basically locked together. That's the problem. I think Lil Blocks was just trying to get him off, but.
Wow.
That's a shame. You don't want to see that in a PSGL race. Not at this level. I mean, frankly, that's something you see in a sprint race. So,
yeah.
So a 5 second
Shortbread.
gap, third and fourth.
Shortbread's made a little bit of a comment, so F1 couldn't enjoy that. Yeah, it's. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, I think everything we've had to say about it, as we said, just got to focus on the rest of the race. And Hellboy, I think it's
retired.
Yeah, I think that's out of frustration. I think to a degree, he brought it on it himself a little bit.
So, after all of that, Nico was closing on Bugatti now. He's less than 5 seconds behind him now with 7 laps to go. But I mean, if Nico
JD out the race.
JD retires as well.
Whoa, he's
gone off at a hairpin and down the back straight.
Yeah.
Just gone straight on.
Yeah, so that rules Toro Rosso out of the Constructors' Championship. So that more or less guarantees Ferrari are winning it.
Yeah.
So Remco is on for 4 points despite his race, so that's a lesson for keeping going, just keeping on the track. It's a shame he couldn't keep it on the track in the first lap, but there you go.
Yeah, so obviously, I mean, hypothetically, if Leclerc does finish on the podium, he will be champion. But I'm not sure if he's going to keep his title.
Well, I guess it depends. It depends. It depends if.
I don't want to preempt the stewards' decision.
Well, to be honest, it depends if Hellboy wants to report it or not.
That's very true.
If it's not reported, then the stewards can't go into a race. But anyway, it's not for us to say. But yeah, Louis is on to win the championship as it stands. 3.4 second gap. Little Block's still got to get past Bugatti.
Yeah, that's very true. As Maya Walker once always said, it's one thing catching up, getting past is quite another. Game Picker says Remco might get a podium if this continues.
At this rate, he will. Lap 22. Yeah, I think Little Blocks will definitely catch Bugatti by the end of the race.
Yeah.
Probably, I reckon in 2 laps time he'll be on the back of him. Maybe 3.
Wow, I'm just still in shock really. I mean, the last couple of races are just stuff that's been going on is crazy. Just like all the rules and regulations have just been thrown out the window for the last 2 races of the season.
Yeah,
it's stuff to watch.
Yeah, I've definitely come in for an eventful race. I'm definitely going to upload my view of it because there's lots of alternative camera angles for people to have a look at. Wait.
Interestingly enough, Remco's just got a 5-second penalty.
Yeah, Louis right behind him to lap him, so I hope he just lets him by.
Remco did exactly the same thing in USA. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm watching. It's USA all over again.
Well, he is on faster tyres, that's the problem, but you know, he's less than a second behind, so he should just pull it over. Let him through.
Championship has started as well, isn't it? I mean,
although to be fair, considering the gap Louis got, he could just, just back off. Oh, and Remco just binned it.
I missed that after all that.
I just saw Flasher force him to hit the wall, so we're down to 6 runners now of an already quite small field. So this is more retirements here than I expected.
And Leclerc is less than 2 seconds behind Bugatti now.
Yeah, he'll be in DRS range by the end of this lap if he keeps his pace up, although it goes a bit deep into turn 1.
Yeah, I'm like you. I'm gonna leave the chat when this race is over. But I mean, the podium interviews. That's if Nickel gets there, it'll be interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you can ask the questions on that one. It's been eventful, but I really hope this is not what the F1 race is like Monday. It looks like it is going to be settled on the track, but I think there's been some unnecessary driving out there this evening.
Yeah.
Really, the main battle really is between Little Blocks and Bugatti. So Bugatti, the Williams teammate of Louis, has got to do a job now and try and keep Little Blocks behind if he can.
So 5 laps to go now. Little has got plenty of time, so there's no need for any sudden moves. Just get into the DRS zone, down the back straight, and then be just a little bit late on the brakes. So it could be even less than a second by the time he gets to the back straight.
Yeah, you can take sector 1 so much better than the soft tyres, which are going to be quite old at this point.
I don't think he had DRS, he might have done.
We're about to find out. I think he might have just had it in the detection zone.
Yeah.
Yep, he's got it.
Too far back, I'd say.
Yeah, Bugatti didn't feel the need to go defensive, but yeah, he's right there now. That's a good exit for Bugatti, to be fair. Bugatti's not going to protect the inside, so Little Box is going to go for it. Yes, he is. I didn't think Little Blocks was. Yeah, I didn't think Little Blocks was quite. I don't think Little Blocks was quite close enough for that. But he's got more laps to go. He's just got to keep his nerve now, because he'll be really hot under the collar after all that nonsense with Hellboy. So he just needs to draw on the strength of his performances in other races this season.
I mean, I suppose I think it's going to be a matter of time now when Little gets past Bugatti, but I suppose if Little gets there, we are going to have to call him the champion, because he will be until the decision is made, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm just going to play it as it's seen. Oh, go down, tries to go down tight. It's good, it's much better run than Bugatti, although yeah, good. Bugatti does get the traction down, but I think this is going to be the moment.
Bugatti going very defensive, Little to go around the outside.
Yeah, I think Bugatti went defensive too late. He'd already had all the slipstream.
Oh, Bugatti not giving that up though.
No, he doesn't. Oh, across the curb goes Little Box. That's going to compromise him. He's going to have to defend this at least. Bugatti decides to go over the curbs again. I think Little Blocks has got this done. Bugatti trying to close on the brakes, but just doesn't have the tyres now to fight Little Blocks. So I think
he's got a comfortable gap behind him. But yeah, I think that move is over with now. That battle is over with.
Yeah, unless Little Blocks gets a penalty, he might still have to get out a 3-second gap before the end of the race.
Yeah, that's very true. You don't know that. Yeah, I haven't seen anything flash up, but it's easily missed.
Yeah, I don't think I saw Little Blocks get a penalty in this race.
No.
Yeah, so Ferrari are 100% constructors champions.
Yeah.
No question about that. Unless both Ferraris were to suddenly crash out, and then Williams will win it if that happened.
So after those, I can say, intense laps, Louis has got a 10-second lead over WC. He was a long way in front of Little Box now, and as we've just seen, Nickel has made his move past Bugatti. P3, and there's not many gaps, not many battles from 4th, 5th, 6th, all pretty spread out now, so I think everyone will probably hold station now until the end of the race. Lewis has just started his penultimate lap. I mean, the drama on the track is pretty much done now. It's what's going to happen off track, I suppose, now.
Yeah,
that's what it's going to come down to.
Yeah, so Ferrari are on 144 points, Williams on 138 points. Toro Rosso, they will. I'm trying to think. Yeah, they will drop to 4th if Red Bull finish where they are because of callbacks.
I'll invite. No, they're just going to get in anyway. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah, so Game Freak is asking you, Venom, if he can do some donuts on Monday.
Yeah. If you've got nothing to play, yeah. If the championship's decided and you're trundling along in 15th or something, go for it, be my guest. That's what I'm doing if I have an awful race tomorrow.
JT, aka Policeman, says with Lickle and Lewis in time of Rotor. Lickle will be technically the champion, but
yeah, well,
but yeah, I don't know what to say really.
I mean, he's the champion unless something happens which is beyond the control. He's the champion as it stands, so he will be treated as such unless something else happens, because everything's got to be reviewed. I had it from the Mercedes on boards, but it just looked like a very sharp turn to the left. But I think Hellboy did bring it on himself. With I got every move from it. So if the stewards want to have a look at it, I will upload it. But again, pretty sure I don't think, unless it's something ridiculous, which I guess 3 seconds for Bugatti, so that guarantees Little Blocks will finish third as long as he keeps on the road for the final lap. Well, gotta say, Louis has been magnificent today. He's done everything right.
Yeah, done everything he's been asked to do. Yeah.
Pole position, perfect start, good gap, defended the undercut from the Ferrari driver behind him, and it's been a very satisfactory end to the season for him. But I think he's going to be denied in the championship battle.
So as we watch the last lap of the race, just want to say thank you to everyone who's joined the stream and all your comments. It's been an eventful race. I can say that for sure. And as Lewis crosses the line, don't know if he knows what's going on yet, but like I say, he's done all he can do.
Yeah, another penalty for. He's going to finish a decent second today, and Ferrari take the Constructors' Championship with that result. Well done to Ferrari.
I'll just say to all those people watching the stream now, I'll stick around for the podium interviews, I'd say. But I think I might leave that F2 chat now while I'm here.
Well, here comes Little Box across the line. And just want to see where, yeah, and he does, yeah. Little Blocks, after 2 seasons of Game of the Best, being the F2 champion, we have a new F2 champion in Little Blocks.
Wow, what an eventful race.
Yeah, wins it by 2 points. Doesn't get much tighter than that. But
no,
it might not be the end of the story, but as far as this race goes, it is. So no. He is the champion, and I think on the balance of the season, definitely a worthy one.
Well, I think Lewis and Licker were in the party together, so I don't know if Lewis knows what's going to be going on.
Yeah, to be honest, unless he mentions it, I'd just stick to this really, because it will just get out of hand otherwise.
Right, well, that's your race result there. Lewis wins the race, CC being second, Licker Box third, Bugatti finished in 4th place, Kinnick 5th, and Dougie was the last person to finish in 6th place. Right.